Hey everyone, Teamudf here, and it's time for some Teamudf news. I'm starting off where we left off on the last one because I just have not played Minecraft for that long. Also, I noticed it's been a while since I've done a Teamudf news, so let's get to it as a general update. Like a pro, I completely ignored the fact that I had 3,500 subs. No, I didn't ignore it, I just never got a chance to do anything with it. But I will give out a mention to 3,600 subs. Hooray! No, but in all seriousness, thanks you guys for continuing to support me, even though I can't figure out how to speak sometimes. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying things. I know I haven't done much Minecraft or Oblivion and stuff. I know those things have always been more popular than Zelda and some other things, but you just can't force yourself to do a thing like a Let's Play. It just doesn't become fun if you do that. One thing I did do for the celebration, without really mentioning it, is I did finish up Super Bomberman 2 finally. Holy crap. That's finally done. Now I can move on to my next Bomberman LP. Whenever I get the chance, it'll probably turn into... it'll probably be one of those random, Sunday projects I've been trying and failing miserably to do. But hopefully I can get on top of those things eventually. Man, it's been so long since I've been here. I wonder if I can remember how to get out. I don't know. It doesn't matter, really, because I'll escape it either way, but I'm just interested to see if I can find the way out. Oh, I didn't leave myself a nice path there. Oh well. So, I also noticed a couple people mentioned that they liked hearing stories about my teaching and everything, so if I ever do more Minecraft, or if I just start doing another casual Let's Play where I can just talk about random things like that... Hey, I found it! Oh, new version. I don't have ladders. If I can do things like that, I will. And continue coming up with the teaching stories and things. Hopefully have some more fun with that. You know what? This is not going to be content worthy, so let's just make a new world. Yeah. News and stuff, why not? More world options. Blaggle flaggle. Okay. Create it. Let's move on to Skyrim mods. Some of you have probably seen the rant video. I am still working on getting those working. Hopefully I can find Grunt or someone to talk more about that stuff with. Ooh, look at this world. I did take down the rant video because of too many people becoming keyboard warriors, and there were just a couple who were misconstruing my argument, especially the people who were attacking me about my comments about modders. You know, I'm supposing anyone who actually did that just kind of listened to the first statement I said about modders, and then they tried to mentally create the rest of my argument for me, thinking they knew what I was going to say next. Even though I was talking about later in the video how surely not that many modders could be just terrible, but people will hear what they want to hear, I guess, so doesn't matter to me. You guys know I get rid of keyboard warriors by now. They're not needed on the channel, so they go away. Also, as a side note, wow, actually, look at this. This world's kind of interesting, isn't it? Huh. As a side note, the "you're a teacher, so you are immature if you complain" thing is not, has never been, and never will be a valid argument for anybody, anything, anywhere. If you want to go see immature teachers, find the ones who are constantly cussing out or bullying their students. I've seen a couple of them. There are some of them that just cower at the sight of parent involvement. I don't know. Don't hate if you can't relate. Slogan it. But as far as Skyrim goes, whoever I work with, I don't know. Whenever I get those things working, we do have quite a few mod reviews that I'm looking forward to. I'm still hoping that a couple of the house mods that I was looking into are not legitly broken, because they were just terribly interesting. Ooh, look at that down there. Oh, crap. Oh, lived. Oh, died. No, okay. Alright, let us move on to Z-Quest. Zelda Classic. I really do need to bring back the Z-Quest tutorial Q&A, because there are a few questions I've received, and a lot that I particularly... What the heck was that? Believe that I can field. I just haven't gotten around to doing a lot of them. I also have to do some things like the treasure chest tutorial. Just other things that I never got around to because I either kept putting it off or never felt like doing it, or I was busy with this congregation of animals over here. I don't know what's going on with this. But yeah. And actually as well, I've noticed the Skyward Sword is moving along pretty smoothly. So I've been thinking about some Zelda Classic gameplay for the near future. I don't know if I'll get back to reviewing other games quite yet, or if I'll just find some like purposely bad Zelda Classic games to just pass the time with and maybe make some fun of, or just kind of do them as a quest makers, maybe you don't want to do this kind of thing. Because I don't know. Something along those lines. Either way, just hopefully more Zelda on the way. And now I need to pause so that I can scroll down my notes. Okay, time for some Tales talk. Oh yeah, Tales from Cyrodiil, Mage's Guild. I really am hopefully going to force myself to just sit down and work on it pretty soon. Man, look at this world. This world's really not bad. But, oh, and there's probably going to be a point where I actually just stop recording LPs for a day or two. I didn't have much time this past week, but on a normal week where I would have a lot more time to record LPs, I'm probably just going to hold off on it for a couple days. Hopefully try and knock Tales 11 out. I actually do have it worked out to how I want it to go and everything. So now I just have to like figure out how to make it seem more improv instead of just straight and boring. Which, the cure to that will probably just be turning on the recorder and improving it myself. Then I gotta turn in the lines and everything, get you guys set up with everything you have to say, or if you want to improv some lines, because I've had some people who just improv their lines lately, and it's been working out relatively well, so I can go ahead and keep doing that. And then, once the elusive Tales 11 is finally done, hopefully we can move on to the rest of the series with just a bunch of improv skits and everything. Get out of this rut of Tales. I don't know, I really just feel like I've blown it with Tales, and I've squandered all my free time that I could have had to develop the series and everything, but whenever one does come around, you guys still have fun with it, and that's mainly what I'm looking for. It's just, let's just have some fun with it. So in regards to that, hopefully we can just keep going, move on, eventually get back to what is fun, what is love. No, I don't even. Okay, let's have our questions and answers game for the day. Quite a few questions, actually, and I'm surprised there aren't. Well, no, because I'm still able to check the video comments and everything, so no, okay. Lots of questions. I fielded some in PM, some of them are kind of goofy, but otherwise, question number 1, what is your favorite TV show? And it's kind of a cop-out answer, but YouTube is more or less becoming my favorite TV show, because, I don't know, what they have on TV these days, it just sucks. I mean, the stories are terrible, the jokes are terrible. You notice how they're trying to make everything into comedy now? Just go ahead and watch a couple shows, or watch some commercials even. You know, they're especially trying to draw your attention in with the commercials by making them funny. That's their new gimmick now because nobody's buying anything. You know, maybe they should focus on fixing the economy instead of trying to make all these crappy jokes. Oh, I like the snow world aspect, but I guess we might as well see some of the other biomes in this world. When I do watch TV, however, I prefer Dos Equis. No, I actually really love Ninja Warrior on G4. It doesn't come around as often. I don't even know if it comes around every 6 months anymore, because I've kind of forgotten about G4. But that show is just so awesome. It's a bunch of, you know, they go to Mount Midoriyama, and they have all these crazy obstacles and everything. I actually highly recommend it. It's been on my favorite TV thing on the channel for a while, although with this new YouTube layout, I don't think that's even there anymore, but, you know, I digress. Ninja Warrior is just an awesome show. Let's see, question number 2. What was the most frustrating game or mod you have ever played? And now, despite how much I loved the game, and it was like the game to play as a kid, and when I was a child, GoldenEye for the N64 was probably the most frustrating because of that stupid freaking Aztec level on Double O Agent difficulty. Like, for a little kid, you had to be perfect on that level. You could not screw up once when you're playing this game as a kid and you have like no concept of how to aim that well and everything. You know, it's not like I was terrible at the game, but still, you're going to do much worse on games like that as a kid. Hey, people are online Origin. I forgot to shut that off, but that's okay. So yeah, definitely GoldenEye. I mean, once I beat that stupid Aztec level, it was just the greatest feeling in the world. I don't remember. I know the last level was the temple. I don't remember if it was an Aztec temple or what. No, I think it was an Egyptian temple with Baron von whatever the crap his name was with the golden gun. And the level before that, I'm pretty sure was Aztec something or other. That Aztec level, man, it just drove me insane. I could not freaking survive once I had that missile launch thing going on. And I remember one time I got so close, I was like 4 seconds away from completing that mission, and then some random guy just shot me in the face, and I had no health left, so I was just down and out. I remember flipping out, you know. I was one of my more defining game moments from my childhood, but nonetheless, still a great game, but definitely also the most frustrating at the same time. Also, any Ninja Gaiden game on the Xbox on Master Ninja difficulty, screw that, man. No, just don't even try it. I still remember, like the game had the first Ninja Gaiden game, or maybe it was Ninja Gaiden Black. It was just a remake of the first game, but in any case, that game was out for like 6 months or something, and only like 10 people had beaten Master Ninja difficulty. Like that's how hard it was. So just screw that crap. You know, I don't even want to. If I ever LP those games, I'm never doing Master Ninja difficulty. You can't pay me to do Master Ninja difficulty. There's just no way I'm doing it. Question 3. What is your favorite color? Blue and silver are tied. I don't know. I've always liked how silver looks, and blue is the coolest color on the planet. Oh, man. I don't remember when Sonic said that. I don't remember if it was a game or if it was one of the cartoon shows, but I just remember that being one of his really random, obscure quotes. Nobody seems to remember it except me, but I don't know. I guess if you do remember what he said, you can probably Google it in quotes, actually, and figure out what game or show he said it from. I just never got around to doing that. I'm going to die because I have no food. Oh, well. Question 4, what's your thoughts on the elections and politics and other things similar to that? The short answer is I hate all politics. I don't really ever talk much about them. I don't get into them. I don't really pay attention to what's going on. At the same time, I try to stay away from that category of people where you can go, well, if you don't vote or you don't care, then why do you complain? I try to avoid being one of those kinds of people, but it doesn't always work. I don't know. I just hate everything that goes on. It's all a bunch of crap. I don't like any of it. Teaching has its own set of politics to go with it. Students probably never realize it, but there's just so much crap that goes on, even when you're a teacher. I just hate those things enough as it is. Like this, okay, here's a teaching story since we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with this topic. Okay, so I observed at this high school. I'm not going to say what high school it was because I don't want to like red flag that high school or anything, but I had to observe at this high school for it was like 30 hours or something, but that's not the point. What I would do is since I would stick around with my host teacher, Crabnuts and Enderman, since I would stick around with my host teacher after lunchtime, we'd go chill in the teacher's lounge and eat some lunch and stuff. We'd talk about regular things like education, how to get students to pay attention more, how to engage them more in exciting activities. And then after we would eat, this guy would, like, suggest we go to the boiler room. And I'm like, okay. And no, this isn't going any weird freaking direction or anything, but... So we would go to this boiler room, and there's just, like, this circle of chairs in the boiler room. And it was almost like a cultish thing, but not really. So there's just this circle of chairs in this boiler room with this ashtray in the middle of it. And all the teachers would just go in this boiler room, in this little secluded area, and they would just smoke. And they would talk crap about things that were going on. It was just the weirdest thing at the time for me. I'm like, is this really what all this crap is about? What is all this down here? It's like pieces of stuff. But it's just like, really? This is really what goes on down here? This is floating randomly. I don't know what this is. It's nothing. What the heck? What is this? It's like ground. It's not. It's like the water's not here. That is so weird. But not as weird as the thing, but not as weird as the boiler room. Holy crap! But I don't know. Like, just too many teachers have too many gripes, and it's partly the administration's fault and everything. But still, like, nobody can just do things. Everyone has something to fight about, and it's with any job you're going to have. So I don't know. It's just depressing to think about it sometimes. Oh man, but yeah, that's basically the gist of that. Things are screwed up when that's happening. It's only in that one area. That's so odd. Question 5. What college did you go to? I graduated from Purdue University Calumet in Indiana. It's actually one of the better colleges in the state, though people don't seem to think that it is. Like, they all prefer the West Lafayette, which is the main campus. I will grant it that. West Lafayette's the main campus and everything, but once you ignore the fact that a lot of students are just at Calumet because they're getting scholarships for some BS reason or another. I won't get into that, but if you can avoid that crowd, it's actually one of the better places to get along with the staff and everything. West Lafayette, it's a double-edged sword. More power to people if they want to go there to get away from their parents or just get away from the house or something like that. More power to them, because you should want to experience that if you don't get the chance, and if you want to experience that. But they're pretty much getting the same degree as me for about 4 times the tuition, so that's mainly why I didn't go. Like, I don't, it just makes more sense to me, but whatever, they've got their own reasons for doing it. That's really about it. Question 6. Do you like tons of gore in video games? I've never been bothered by it. I don't really go out of my way to hunt it down and find out what's going on. Be like, oh man, gore, yeah, this game's freaking beast. And I don't really do that on purpose. It's interesting sometimes. Some games don't need it, and they think they need it. Some games are kind of... I can't think of an example where a game is bad because of it, though, where they just go so far over the top that you're like, what the crap is this? Mainly because I've never played any of those games. I'm sure they exist, but I've just never seen them. I'm like trying to wait out the timer here so we can see the screwy things that were going on the other side of the island, but I don't know, nighttime takes a while, I guess. I don't know if they've upped the time or whatever, but it's not get sidetracked. Question 7. Do you speak another language? In high school, I had 4 years of Spanish, but I was never really required to use it. And now, here's the bad thing that I think I did, is I tested out of most of the Spanish courses in college. I only took one Spanish course in college, because I had tested out of 101, 102, and 201. And then I aced 202 because the professor was awesome, and he was showing us... we get on YouTube and watch these, like, Spanish and Belgian game shows so that we could compare... Not Belgium. Maybe Chilean? Something like that. I want to say we did some... We saw some Portuguese things as well, but it was basically just to show us how similar the languages are, but the different way they would like conjugate their verbs or things like that. It was just a really good experience. But then I never did anything with the Spanish, so even though I used to be pretty fluent in it, I'd kind of say I'm more like a mix between polite and literate. I don't know. I had one Japanese course on polite in Japanese as well. But again, I never really use it for anything except watching shows sometimes. It's really about it. And I do believe that is it for this episode of Team UDF News. So hopefully I can get Skyrim mods working. We'll do some of that. Hopefully more ZQuest tutorial Q&A, and then maybe we can get back to some ZCLP. Of course, more Skyward Sword Dizzle. I'm gonna die. Oh well. Can I sprint when I have no thing? I don't know. I forget to sprint. Oh, double tap. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Hopefully I'm going to sit down and do some Tales from Cyrodiil. And I don't know. That's really about it. I do have some other smaller projects in mind, but those will be surprises and things as Sundays roll around and I get the chance to work on them. More Bomberman, hopefully. Let's just die. It doesn't even matter by now. Whee! Aw, snap. Hello, person I've never seen before. Okay. I really think that's about it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Team UDF news. Ask questions if you have them. If not, that's okay too. Bye!